Hey guys, it's the middle of the day, and I usually don't record in the day, as you know, but there's a special reason for it, and that's because I got the thing! I got the Super Nintendo Classic on launch day this time! Unlike the NES Classic, where I got it in, like, April with the last shipment, though we found out they're actually making more NES Classics for next year. So, anyway, but yeah, I got the Super Nintendo Classic. This is one that I really wanted, because Super Nintendo is my favorite console ever. And to have like a mini version of it is just so like cute, and it has an excellent lineup of games. So I'm going to unbox it and compare it with the NES Classic and tell you what I think of it. First of all, I took my NES Classic box, which you might see in the background sometimes, and compared it with the size, and to my surprise, they are exactly the same size, like the same size dimensions. I'm very surprised by that, because the Super Nintendo Classic comes with two controllers. So I can definitely tell it's a bit heavier than the NES Classic was because of the two controllers that it comes with. But yeah, I was very surprised that they're the exact same dimensions. And as you can see, the style is slightly different, where the NES Classic was more of the, I guess, the action pack thing that they had. This one's more based on, I guess, yeah, the Super Nintendo logo and everything. But it still has that same, like, kind of red banner on it, and it has like the Classics logo. This one's like the Super Nintendo controller, where that one was the Nintendo controller. And you have the lineup of games on the back, which I really like the way they have them like set up. A lot of the bigger, more popular titles are bigger. And then, of course, Star Fox 2, which apparently you have to unlock, from what I've seen, by just beating the first level of Star Fox, which that shouldn't be any problem. Something interesting about this is that it has it rated T for teen. Whereas on the NES one, it has rated E for, or E10+. So, they have, I'm not sure which games would qualify as that. Maybe Castlevania or Contra III, Super Metroid, maybe? I would say mostly probably something like Castlevania or Contra III, since those are Konami games, and those are a bit more violent than the other games, but still, like, for these games that are so old, it doesn't really matter, like, if kids like are exposed to them, I guess, or I don't know what I'm saying, but still, I think kids should be exposed to these games because they're pretty great. Excuse me if I'm a bit frantic, because I really haven't had any sleep, and I really want to do this video though, because I'm very excited about this. So let's open it up and see what's inside. Okay, first of all, we got a little manual here, and I think that might actually be a poster, so let's open it up. Ah, that's excellent. Yeah. Now you're playing with power. Super power! There we go. Has all the games. Well, not all of them, but mostly the flagship ones. Mario World, Super Metroid, Mario Kart, Star Fox, F-Zero, and Zelda. So, and has the instructions and everything on the back of it. So, that is a neat little poster. Then we have the system itself, and that is excellent. I love the Super Nintendo. Like I said, it's my favorite console, so seeing it as a mini version is great. Here's the power button. Actually, feels like a... Ooh, reset? Yeah, it actually feels like a mini Super Nintendo. That's really cool. This is the ports for the controllers. I'm not sure how you open those. Oh, they just kind of slide out. They're both like that. Okay, I see. And here it is compared with the NES Classic. The NES is a bit smaller, I guess, or I guess smaller as far as length-wise, but it's actually, the Super Nintendo is a bit smaller than it. Then, of course, we have the controllers, which let's see how long this cord is. But before I do that, actually, let me feel the controller. Oh, this feels very nice. Since it is from Nintendo, it's going to feel like the authentic controller, and this feels very nice. The cashier was trying to get me to get the extension cables, but I didn't really want them, at least at this moment, because I'm just going to be using it at my desk. So I'm not sure, like, if I would be wanting them. So this is about arm's length. So I think it's a bit longer than the NES controller, so let's see. So here's the NES controller, here's the Super Nintendo controller, so let me see if I can get all the way... Okay, yeah, that's the that's the NES controller right here. That's how long it is. It's not very long. So, and then that's the Super Nintendo controller cord dangling. So it's definitely a lot longer than the NES controller was for the NES Classic. So I guess good job on them listening to that. It's still probably not long enough for you to like comfortably play it from like the couch or whatever, but definitely good enough if you're just sitting in front of a TV. That just depends on your situation, I guess. And of course, the second controller, and we have the AC adapter and or the USB adapter and the HDMI cable in here. So, but I already have my NES Classic stuff hooked up to my TV here, so I'm just going to plug my Super Nintendo into that. And then I'm going to record some footage and just go over some of the games and tell you what I think of the games. A lot of them I've played before. Some of them I haven't played quite as much, but I'll tell you my experience, I guess, with the Super Nintendo games, because I love the Super Nintendo. Alright, here we are at the menu with English, of course, because that's what I speak. Here's all Super Nintendo games. Ooh, Star Fox 2 is like in a wrapper. So, yeah, I guess I have to beat the first level of Star Fox to unlock Star Fox 2. So, this is a really nice look. Who is talking to me? Oh, Saber's talking to me right now. I'm recording the video for Super Nintendo Classic. Leave me alone. I'm gonna mute you. Alright, so I guess we're just gonna go in alphabetical order, and I'll tell you about the games, and how I feel about them. And how they make me feel inside. Because some of them I'm very nostalgic for, since I did grow up with the Super Nintendo. So let's start with Contra 3, because I have not really played a lot of Contra, and I'm very terrible at Contra, actually. Alright. Hopefully, I will not die immediately. Oh, spread. Nice. I really need to practice at Contra and looking out for, like, bullets. And dodging and ducking and everything. Because I am not very good. Damn it. See, I'm not very good. Contra's one of those games I just cannot, like, play that well. So how do you get to the main menu? Or I guess... It's reset? Yeah, okay, the reset thing. Okay, so those are the spin points, but I'm not going to use any of them right now. Next is Donkey Kong Country, which is a game I'm very familiar with, because it's actually the game that became bundled with my Super Nintendo when I was a kid. You know, it's actually funny, I never beat Donkey Kong Country as a kid, but I beat it as an adult. And as an adult, like, the game's not really that difficult. I'm not sure why I had never beat it as a kid. The second one, however, is really good, and a bit more difficult, especially in some of the later levels. I guess as a kid, I got stuck on the ice levels. Alright, get the rhino. I forgot his name. His name's Rambi? I think so. I forgot what the rhino's name is. Got all the Kong letters. Alright. Well, that's one level of Donkey Kong Country, which is, Donkey Kong Country, that is. Like I said, I'm very tired. I was also very tired when I recorded the NES one. But anyway, let's go on to the next game. Earthbound! One of my favorites. Though I've only really played through it once. And it's very interesting. Like my friend Hero says, it's more of an experience than it is a game. But it's very, very interesting. I do really love the soundtrack to it, though. I'm probably not going to go in depth on the RPGs because they take a lot of time. So I'm just going to go mainly over the ones that don't take that much time. But Earthbound still is one of my favorite RPGs. F-Zero. Alright. Grand Prix. Use the Blue Falcon. I haven't played much of the original F-Zero. I've only played, like, X and a bit of GX. Every time I see F-Zero, though, I think of that weird, news report where it has, like, the guy as in the car. Back when the Super Nintendo first came out. It's such a weird, news report. Final Fantasy III. This is, one of the games that I still haven't played that I actually have a cartridge of. I have Final Fantasy III, physical. But, I've never really played many of the Final Fantasies. I've only played a bit of 7, and that's about it. I really need to play the other ones, and this one, from what I hear, is, like, a contender as one of the best ones. So, someday I'll play through it. Just not right now, because this is going to be a quick video. And by quick video, I mean possibly under 10 minutes? Maybe under 15, depending on how long I go on with these games. Kirby Superstar! Kirby is always great. And this is one of his best games. And if you count all of the little games that are in this game, this Super Nintendo Classic actually comes with, like, more than, like, 21 games. Oh, that's right. There's a guide. First-time players. But I'm not a first-time player. I should have said no. Great thing with purple buttons. I know, Kirby. I actually saw a very, very cute Kirby plush at Target when I was waiting for Best Buy to open. And I really wanted it. It's, like, perfectly round. Kirby's Dream Course. Now, this I have never actually played. Like, never ever. So, let's find out how this goes. Name entry? Okay. Whoops. P... A... L... E... Oh, that is a bunch of scribbles. But okay. Should have did like a logo or something. I also probably should have looked at how to play on this rather than Superstar. Oh, I see. I don't know what I'm doing. Where exactly am I aiming for? Mega Man X! I actually played this on the Wii Virtual Console. And I don't think I beat it though. I think I got pretty far to the end, but I never beat it. This is a very refined Mega Man game. It's really great. But unlike Samus, Mega Man cannot shoot up. Only forward and backward. Secret of Mana, or Mana if you want to say it. This is another RPG, so I'm probably not going to go into it. But I have played this game a little bit when it was on the Virtual Console, on the Wii Virtual Console. I had a friend who was really into this game and he wanted to play with me. And we played like the co-op type thing. And this is very interesting because it's an RPG that's a co-op. And I really enjoy stuff like that. So, someday I'll probably play through it with a friend. Alright, Star Fox. Now this is where I'm actually going to play through the first level so I can unlock Star Fox 2. So let's see how it goes. I have never actually played the original Star Fox. I've only played Star Fox 64, and that's really the first one I played. And then I played the others like Star Fox Adventures, which was very weird. And Star Fox Assault, which I thought was pretty cool. I played Star Fox Command, and I have Star Fox Zero, but I haven't touched it yet. I do love the Corneria theme song. It's pretty cool. Oh yeah, that choppy frame rate for early 90s Super Nintendo game. Or mid-90s Super Nintendo game, I guess. That Super FX chip. No, I'll do it. Oh, I did not get that. Oh, I died. I'm terrible. Or maybe it's the game that's terrible. I'm sure that's blasphemy to some people. Though, since I did start with Star Fox 64, this is very choppy compared to that. Wow, I'm actually bad at the original Star Fox. Stop carrying those things that are weird polygons. Poor robots, they're just doing their good job. I come along in my R-Wing and just shoot them down. Damn it. Dying. Wow, I really do suck at the original Star Fox. Well, let's try that later. Alright, Street Fighter II Turbo. I also suck at fighting games. Street Fighter II Turbo Hyper Fighting. I'll just go with good old Ryu. I think I can do a thing. Hold on. Yeah, I did a thing. I did a Hadouken. I'm not completely terrible at fighting games. Yeah, did it. See, I'm not completely terrible. I remember how to do a Hadouken. Alright, Super Castlevania IV. Something more my speed. And by my speed, it's something I'm a lot more familiar with. Entering Dracula's castle. As I've said with many games on this system, the music is excellent. Alright, I was kind of getting lost in just playing the game and not talking about it at all, but yeah. Super Castlevania IV, one of my favorite Super Nintendo games, and it's excellent. Very great. If you haven't played it, play it. Super Ghouls and Ghosts. I'm not very good at Ghosts and Goblins, so I'm not sure why I'd be any good at Super Ghouls and Ghosts. I'm Very terrible at those games. Die. 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 I said die. Oh. That's how I get over it. It's like a double jump. Didn't know you could do that. So I haven't really played this one. I haven't played, I've only played, Ghosts and Goblins, so... No! Nope, dead. No! My clothes! It's a treasure of something! No! It's not a treasure! It's fake! Oh. Yeah, that's enough of that for right now. Alright, Super Mario Kart! I haven't played a lot of the original Mario Karts. I really started on 64 for that. But still, Super Mario Kart can be very fun. Let's do like just a regular old friggin' Grand Prix. With, let's do Toad. Yeah, Toad. Oh, I spun out. Whoa! I spun something fierce. How many laps are in this? A red shell, take that. Yeah, first place. Next game! Super Mario RPG. Now, this is something I'm probably going to go a little bit into, even though it is an RPG. It was actually my first RPG ever. I think it was a lot of people's first RPGs. But, yeah, I was very excited about this game when it came out, and I really wanted it. I think I got it for my birthday? I can't remember. But, it's really great. I love Super Mario RPG. If you've played, like, any of the Paper Marios or Mario & Luigi, like, this is where it started on Super Mario RPG. So if you haven't played this one, definitely play it. It's really great. It has a lot of great humor, very fun battle system. So, yeah, it's great. Yeah, the beginning of this game is interesting because you're used to just jumping on them, and then you go into the friggin' turn battle system, or turn-based battle system. But yeah, Mario RPG is really great. Like I've said multiple times before, it's fantastic. I love it. Alright, Super Mario World. Now this is, yeah, you see that intro, that's kind of what my old intro was like. Which apparently a lot of people have thought of, like, that was one of Chadtronic's intros, apparently. Because people kept telling me, because my thing was very similar to it. But, yeah, Super Mario World. Never actually played it all the way through. But I had played it a lot before, just never all the way through. I should probably do that someday. Mario Start. Yep, what up? And a Yoshi. The thing that happened, saying that, confirming that yes, in fact, Mario is punching Yoshi in the head to make him do that. Yep. And 28. Not perfect. Next is Super Metroid. One of my favorite games ever. Even though I've only played it like a couple of times. But it's very fantastic. I haven't played it quite as much as the other Metroids. Mainly because I only played it like not that long ago. And by not that long ago, I mean like 10 years ago? Never mind. That's very long ago. So, yeah.
The last Metroid.
Voice acting in a Super Nintendo game? That's weird! Hey, she's talking about, the second game, which I actually just, got 100% on, Samus Returns while I was waiting for the, Super Nintendo Classic at, Best Buy. So, I was using that, my 3DS to just pass away the time. So, yeah, just playing Samus Returns, which is very excellent, by the way. The atmosphere of this game is just so excellent. It makes it stand apart from a lot of other games. Whoops, I still have it to that control scheme. That's strange. I usually have it to where I have B as jump and then Y as shoot. That's something that's very, very cool about Super Metroid, is that you can actually change your control scheme from the start of the game, which a lot of games back then didn't have that, so that's a very, very, I guess, progressive of, Super Metroid to do that way back then. No, Ridley! Get away! Stop it! Ow! Ow! Just having the little blaster in the beginning of the game is just like... feels like you have, like, nothing. But then by the end, you feel like a badass, so that's cool. Alright, escape. Whoa! It's blowing up! And then you gotta go to Planet Zebes, Zebes, or Zebes, however you pronounce it. I've heard it pronounced like Zebes and Zebes, so I'm not sure if there's any other pronunciation. Isn't it weird that that word can be pronounced two different ways? I'm not sure which one is the correct way, or I guess the preferred way. Next, Super Punch-Out, which I've never really played before. Ah, this is a cool little intro with Little Mac. Alright, let's try this. Gabby J? Is he a relative of Glass Joe? Yay! Yay. Oh, he's being fast now. Ouch. No. Huh. Interesting. I've never been that very good at Punch-Out, but I guess I can learn. Alright, next is The Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past. I recently played through this before Breath of the Wild with a bunch of the other console Zeldas. Prisoner in the dungeon of the castle. My name is Zelda, which is the name of the game. A lantern. I should use this. Gotta go to the castle. Not allowed in. Well, I'll find another way. Into the dungeon. Slash. 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 Alright. I'm gonna light this up. There we go. That's much better. Rupees! Alright, that's a bit enough of Zelda right now. Now for the last game on here is Yoshi's Island, which begins with a Y, so why is Zelda before Yoshi's Island? Actually, technically, Legend of Zelda should be... Actually, what order is this? This is alphabetical order, isn't it? Yeah, it's in alphabetical order. At least until these two. That's weird. That, like, Zelda and Yoshi are not in the right order. Yeah, Legend of Zelda technically should be in where L's are. And then Super Mario World 2 should be after Super Mario World. That's very weird. Anyway, Yoshi's Island, one of my favorite platformers and one of my favorite Super Nintendo games. It's really great. I love it. Gulp? Gulp? I love being a Yoshi. Also, just the look of this game is great. For Super Nintendo to look this good is amazing. Take that, Piranha Plant. Take that, question mark cloud. Wah, wah, wah. Shut up. There we go. A lot of people really hated that when this first came out. But I can forgive it because the rest of the game is awesome. Alright, so those are all the games. So let's see some other options on here. Display, CRT filter, 4x3, pixel perfect. Ooh, you can add a frame to stuff. That's neat. Oh, that's a good one for Yoshi's Island. Let's see. Some wood grain, some galaxy, some curtains. Huh, nice. Interesting. Gameplay demo, class demo, run reduction. Alright. So let's see, there's different sorts here. 2-player games. By recently played. By times played. By release date. Interesting. That's really cool. Release date. Star Fox 2 is at the end because it's the last one released. Because it's only released on this. By publisher. Title. Okay. Yeah, so this is where things are confusing because yeah, Zelda and Yoshi are not in the right order. If they are just going by Zelda and Yoshi. That's very strange. But anyway, so that's the Super Nintendo Classic. I'm probably going to sleep a little bit because I've been up for a very long time. But if you managed to get a Super Nintendo Classic, tell me down in the comments and how hard it was for you to get one. I went to Best Buy pretty early just to make sure I got one this time. Because last time when I tried to get an NES Classic on the launch day, I didn't anticipate it being that popular, so I had to get it later during one of the shipments. So, but this I got pretty easily, and the guy at the Best Buy, one of the employees said that I asked him how much or how many did they get in stock, and he said he couldn't say, but he said more than 50, but below 75. So that's a pretty good amount for the area that I was in. So hopefully the stock issue isn't going to be quite as bad as it was with the NES Classic. And since they are going to be doing it for up into 2018, it'll probably be a bit better. I'm hoping it will. Anyway, so that's the video. Hopefully this isn't too long. I see I've recorded for quite a bit, but I'm not going to be using all of it. So, anyway, tell me what you think of the Super Nintendo Classic. Are you going to try to get one, or are you just going to play on, like, any virtual console or just emulators? Which I don't blame you if you don't want to. Anyways, tell me what you think down in the comments, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Well, by now we're getting a bit used to winter. We're like soldiers in the middle of a campaign, growing hardened to discomfort and better able to take it.